For example, I got put in prison for 10 months for trying to communicate with my local politician.
10 months?
10 months, yeah. 10 months. And it was meant to be indefinite.
What?
So this is what I mean about the way they are. Like, it was an indefinite detention.
So you didn't commit any real crime then? You didn't go and attack anybody or anything like that?
I was raging. You know those moments, like, most people haven't been in this moment, but the feeling is the same as, you know, when, like, you broke up with your ex, and then, like, a month later they call you a nasty name, and you're like, ah!
There's a guy doing a protest at Parliament Square, and the first time I saw this guy, or had any idea of his story, was on a TikToker YouTuber's channel called London News Exposed. He's been following this guy who is a veteran, and he's doing a protest about the awful things that are going on in the UK at the moment, and I'm just going to speak to him, have a little word with him. But at the moment, as you can see on the grass, this is how he's having to air out his clothes and stuff, you know. So basically, anything that's going to help him that isn't going to be difficult to carry will probably be appreciated. You'll find him at Parliament Square. That's where we are right now. I'm going to speak to him when he's finished his lunch and see what he's got to say, just so he can fill it in a little bit clearer for you guys, yeah? Hi. I can see you've got your dog tags on.
I do, just try and make it obvious,
They
you
look
know.
really good, man. What's your name?
I'm Phil.
Phil. Can you give me a little bit of just be free, yeah? Because this is just all reality media, man. What is the reason that you're staying here? What's going on?
This is where I live now, essentially. I've decided to carry out an indefinite protest.
Yeah, what's the protest about, man?
Well, it's an indefinite protest about that lot in there being arseholes.
Arseholes in what way? Give the audience a bit of understanding so we all know, man.
They all understand. Everyone knows what they're like.
But you know what is really cool? When you get it from the horse's mouth, because you might know a little bit more than what other people know about.
Well, like, we know they're corrupt. We know they take favours for favours. You know, like that's why.
So it's the establishment.
For example, yeah. But to me personally, as a veteran during COVID, I was like, I've got a problem with what you're doing.
Right, I'll get you.
I did it respectfully, in a way.
Did you? What you found out COVID was a bit of a weird one?
Weird one?
Yeah, like as in not quite right.
Attack.
Right.
With like, it's worse than a terrorist attack. Like, it was like terrorist attack plus, you know, like multiple charges.
What did you do when you say you were a veteran? What did you do in the army?
I did telecommunications, signals. I was a geek.
Oh right, oh cool, that sounds cool.
Yeah. It was
Can you go into detail with that? Just a little bit. What is it, if you can?
I fix stuff. I fix computers and technology.
Oh, cool,
telecommunications.
Man. Right, cool. And any problems? I mean, when you say a veteran, what happened? Were there any issues that you had or anything like that when you were going
in what sense? As in, like, was there any events during my service?
Yeah, exactly.
Events of note you might be interested in. I went on an SAS helicopter once. That was mad.
Did you?
Yeah,
oh,
that was
man,
crazy.
That sounds cool.
Only once. Like, there was like it landed somewhere. We needed a lift. That was it. It landed somewhere. One body just fucked off into Afghanistan by himself in the middle of the night.
Man.
We took off. That's all I know.
Wow.
But what the fuck? Who does that? What sort of guy just goes?
Well, it's an experience, man, isn't it? It's an experience. So,
sorry for the language. I swear.
No worries. Fine. How long are you going to be here for then?
Try to be real.
How long are you going to be here for, mate?
Like I said, indefinitely. I came hoping it would be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, obviously it's not going to be 5 minutes.
I know you've been in. I know they put you in prison or something. What was that about, man?
Yeah. So when I got into the politics in 2020, it turns out I'm quite good at it.
Right.
I'm quite good at politics. I decided I wanted to have a bit of a say, so I made a bit of noise that people may or may not have heard.
I didn't like it.
I mean,
what recently?
I think people liked it, but I think that was the problem.
Right.
And then literally after just a month or two, the world changed around me. Literally, the world changed around me.
Right. And there was a time when you were.
Yeah, I was under some sort of surveillance.
There was a time.
They just destroyed my life. They put me in prison.
Recently, you were just underneath the Churchill statue, weren't you? Just over there.
Yeah, well, so you know about the past
I've been
stuff?
following it on London News Exposed. Yes, totally. Yeah.
Great.
He's been showing a lot of what's been going on. But I mean, why did they move you from there, man? What's going on with that?
Their reason for moving me, or the real reason for moving me,
Yeah, the real reason for me.
The real reason.
What do you What do you think
in
it
front
is?
of the Churchill statue, and he wanted Keir Starmer to bring his pal, didn't he, from France to pay homage to the veterans,
Yeah.
or the dead, or whichever.
And
it
this is the kind of thing you're talking
Only
about.
The old ones, apparently, because they had to move me to do it.
Right. That's what you're kind. That's sort of what you're talking about, innit? When it comes to the establishment. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Like, this is the equivalent. I know this isn't very pretty. It's because I've literally got out of prison 2 days ago, and I've had to establish some sort of shelter for the thing. And there's so many rules. So I've had to use like an umbrella, and I'm just making do. So it's a bit.
Oh, I
tight
see.
because-
Nothing that makes you look like you're sleeping out here. Is that what it is?
Well, yeah. Like legally, they can't say you're not allowed to sleep. They say you're not allowed to come here with the intention of sleeping
Right.
because it's not a hostel.
Yeah.
But
Right.
you're allowed to come out for an indefinite protest. So they've got bylaws in place that prevent sleeping equipment and shelter.
Right.
But legally, they can't say you're not allowed to keep yourself dry in the rain, you know, because they would be deemed as inhumane, degrading, and torturous,
Right.
which is Article 3 of human rights. You're not allowed to torture someone.
Right.
And it falls in that category. So they can't say you're not allowed to get wet, but they can say you're not allowed an umbrella.
Oh,
Does
right.
that make
It's madness.
sense?
Yeah.
So they
madness.
know they're doing it, but they
Even
do
if it's
it.
raining, you're not allowed an umbrella. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so, but if you look at the laws, because they've got to comply with the human rights,
Yeah.
not all politicians are bad, some of them are decent. They make sure that nothing slips past.
Right.
So yeah, like they put in the law states solely and mainly for the purposes of sleeping.
Yeah.
And like solely and mainly means only one use, or mostly for one use.
Right.
Like they took my bag
To make
off
it more as difficult as possible, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So what if there's anybody out there, yeah? What is there anything that they can do to help your cause? Is there anything you can
down.
think of?
Bring an umbrella.
Come down, bring an umbrella, right?
Yeah, but I can't actually invite them, so that's not saying something they could do.
Oh,
to
'cause
help
then
me.
it would be a
But
protest,
I'm
kind of be a
saying
protest,
if you
yeah.
want to come down to here and protest for yourself, bring an umbrella. Like, did you just see the parade?
Unfortunately, I missed it. I came down.
No, fantastic parade. Like, you get loads of protests, and it's all the stuff you see in the mainstream news. But like this parade just approached, like just money decided to come down and protest. They've got like a Nazi sign which also has other meanings in different parts of the world for different reasons.
Yeah, I know that. I think that's
what
Hindu.
What does forbearance mean?
Forbearance. I think that's for. Is that for sufferance? Is it? Like what you bear? Forbearance. Kind of makes sense to me that it would be forbearance.
Like
whatever you
enduring
show-
suffering.
Yeah, endurance. So one more thing. You made me lose my train of thought, mate.
Sorry, I do that all the time. I did something naughty earlier which helps.
What? That's it.
losing the train.
What's your social media? Any social media that people can follow?
I've just got my story out there just now, so it's all crumpled up on my crap umbrella.
Let's have a look at his social media. So, if you want to know more about the guy, go and have a look at his social media. Yeah, because it seems like it's a good cause for generally for the just for United Kingdom for the public.
As far as social media go, I've got a Facebook for social media, but it's for my family and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's
Right,
for
yeah,
like
no
people
worries, man.
close to me and
Yeah,
people who are going to be there in my life 10 years from now. You know?
Yeah. I just appreciate you talking to me and talking to my audience.
I'll happily talk to everybody,
Thank you, man.
and that's the thing that we should be looking out for. There's 650 politicians in there.
Yeah.
How many are coming out here to speak to the people?
Yeah, none.
You know, because
They never do, do
got
they?
an issue comes here to protest
Yeah.
if they fail to speak to the politician at home. And for example, I got put in prison for 10 months for trying to communicate with my local politician.
10 months.
10 months, yeah. 10 months. And it was meant to be indefinite. So this is what I mean about the way they are. Like, it was an indefinite detention.
You didn't commit any real crime then? You didn't actually. You didn't go
emailed
and
my MP.
attack anybody or anything like
Basically,
that.
I was raging. You know those moments, like, most people haven't been in this moment, but the feeling is the same as, do you know when, like, you broke up with your ex, and then, like, a month later, they call you a nasty name, and you're like, ah, and it's just a bit more, because it's
Can
your
I ask you
ex.
one question before I go?
And
Yeah.
I just didn't proofread it.
Before I
It was
give
all
you
a bit
space,
shit.
what did they put? What was the section that they had you under for that? For the 10 months in prison?
Uh,
What was the crime?
it changed. The section changed a couple of times because they weren't sure how they were detaining me at first. But it was malicious communication that I was charged for, and then a letter was sent from Buckingham Palace, an organisation called FTAC.
Wow.
Yeah, and it said that they.
Hang on a sec, guys. We'll just wait for the ambulance to go by. I'll just show you again where he's staying, where he's doing his protest. It's just outside the Churchill statue, Parliament Square.
It's a bit unnecessary, that, isn't it?
There's an ambulance there, yeah.
Basically, they sent an email. It was a police force called FTAC. They sent an email saying that they wanted me remanded in prison to mitigate any mental health concerns. It was my first offence.
Wow.
Remanded straight in prison, malicious communication, public protection order put on me, and they were trying to frame me as a crazy terrorist.
Oh my God, things are getting crazy in this country.
Yeah, but by detaining someone under the Mental Health Act, you don't need courts, you don't need evidence, and you don't need law.
Wow.
You can just lock them up, and you just need a doctor to say, okay.
Wow. All right, thanks for speaking to me.
Yeah, no
Your name is
problem.
Phil, yeah?
Phil, yeah.
Phil, man.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Invite your friends.
Thank you. Just to round it off, please, I have to add this in the final. Please take everything that he said as his own experience, his own opinion, yeah? And that is Phil. If you want to support him, you can always get down to his check his media, see what he's saying on there and follow his journey. Cool. I'll see you later, guys.